Fun show.
Marty's getting it done.
Wow. Don't mess with that marmot.
Yeah, what are those, the one-armed push-ups?
I'm sure you can do those, right? No problem.
Yeah, well, maybe not in a big diaper like Marty's. Now, we know it's not a diaper.
No, that's his tummy.
Yeah, I know. We're just teasing. Big game tonight, though. Exciting, huh?
Yeah, one of these must-win type games, Hudson. Well, the last time Victoria hockey fans were treated to WHL hockey, playoff hockey, Greg Norman was the #1 golfer in the world. Madonna's Like a Prayer was the top song on the pop charts. And Jordan Cunningham was still in junior high school. After 23 years, Jordan playoff hockey is back as the Royals look for their first ever franchise postseason victory in their history. How are things at the rink?
Things are great, and I was a Mount Newton Hawk 23 years ago. You probably haven't heard of that school.
No.
It's because it was torn down about 20 years ago. Life was simpler then. It's pretty simple what has to happen here tonight. The Royals have to get involved quickly, right off the bat against the Kamloops Blazers, down 0-2, and a guy who's in charge of that is Mike Forsyth. Mike, a thundering hit right off the bat, and this place goes crazy. I guess your job is pretty simple early.
Yeah, you know, we want to keep the physicality of the game up. I think we've done a pretty good job of that the last 2 games, and you know, they're a fast team and we have to slow them down, and you know, we've come out with a good start the last 2 first periods, and then they kind of push back in the second, so we have to find a way to match their intensity in the second and you know, push back at them, because you know, I think we've both games we've kind of lost it in the last or in the first 10 minutes of the second period, both games, so we can't allow that to happen again.
And as the saying goes, you're not in trouble until you've lost a game at home. Is that kind of what you're thinking?
Yeah, you always want to keep home ice advantage. You know, they took advantage of their 2 home games, so now we have to do the same thing here. And you know, home ice is huge, and you know, obviously they get the more games at home, so we definitely have to steal 2 at home here. And you know, we got a great crowd behind us, so we have to come home and bring it.
Well, in Kamloops, every time the Blazers score, they play "Taking Care of Business" by BTO. Do you hate that song yet?
Yeah, it's getting old. We've heard that quite a bit in their building. But, you know, coming back here, it's definitely refreshing, and, you know that we have a huge crowd behind us in the great city, then it makes it all the easier, and, you know, it gets us that much more fired up to come out and play.
Well, I promise we won't hear it here tonight. Mike Forsyth, thanks very much. Go get him.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Myra, I do promise, though, we will have scintillating highlights, each and every one of them, tonight at 11 o'clock.
All right, Jordan, have fun. Towel power at the rink.
That thing, Marty.
All right, thanks, George. Doors open at 6, and shortly afterwards, self-professed hockey superfan Jody Rice will roll into the building. Last night, the Harbour Towers Hotel, the sports community came together to raise funds for a new wheelchair for Jody. Some hockey royalty was also in attendance. Guy Lafleur lent his celebrity to the worthwhile cause. Hockey fans of all ages patiently waited for a chance to get an autograph and rub elbows with a hockey legend. More than 200 people packed into the Harbour Towers dining room for an evening with Guy Lafleur. Proceeds from the event went to help offset the cost of Jody's new $16,000 electric wheelchair.
Something that you want to give back to the fans, to thank them and what you're doing, participating in different events like that. And you know, when you're close to the fans, you want to try to please all the organization. I know it's tough. It's almost impossible, but especially down here, you know, Victoria, it's a nice city, and I always like to come back here, and it's a lot of fun.
And Jody had a chance for a little one-on-one time with Guy Lafleur before the evening's festivities got going, and to thank the Hall of Famer for helping raise money for his new ride.
Already thank for coming out to the dinner, for helping me raise money. The classy guy in the whole Canadian organization is. And I'm basically speechless, even though I'm known as the superfan and like the noisiest guy in town as far as supporting sports. And I'm basically speechless that the whole city has gotten behind this thing.
He's the loudest guy in the rink, but probably the happiest guy in the rink. And he's a great supporter. And we're just going to give back to him. He's trying to raise money for a wheelchair that hasn't been able to be paid for. So hopefully Jody will be rolling to all other rinks soon.
Well, it's amazing how a sport can bring people together for a good cause. And the second annual Rink of Dreams charity hockey game is a prime example of that. Hundreds of wannabe hockey players will be strapping on the skates this weekend at Bear Mountain Arena in Colwood to raise money for the Help Fill a Dream Foundation.
Yes, individuals and teams come and they rent ice time. They can get 2 45-minute periods of ice time and they just have fun. But all the money that they donate through their registrations comes to Help Fill a Dream Foundation, and Macquarie actually matches dollar for dollar.
Thanks to Macquarie Private Wealth's donation, more than $100,000 was raised for the kids. The organizers are hoping to match or even beat that total this weekend. Registration is up 50% from the inaugural event. 24 hours of non-stop hockey action starts on Saturday at noon and will wrap up Sunday at noon with the media game. The Rink of Dreams fundraiser is the brainchild of Harp Sandhu. His personal loss was inspiration for the event.
My nephew Sean passed away October of 2006, just after he turned 3. He had leukemia and ultimately it took his life. So I wanted to do something to honor his memory, and I played hockey, my friends played hockey, and I'd taken part in the 24-hour relay up at UVic, and we just kind of went, hey, what about this?
Well, the action taking place on the ice is only part of the festivities. There will be a carnival-type atmosphere outside the rink with face painting, a bouncy castle, food and drink vendors. The best part? Everyone is invited.
So we have a huge tailgate party going on the Saturday. It starts at noon, right with the puck drop, runs through till 4 o'clock. We've got about 40 different costumes and mascots coming for the kids. There's, Dora and Batman and everyone. There's a Chuck-a-Puck raffle to end the tailgate party at about 4 o'clock. Prize are a couple of Canucks club seats with BC Ferries pass and a $100 Cactus Club gift certificate. Then we've got silent auction stuff going on inside. It's a real big family event. It's not just about mom or dad going to play hockey.
One quick note for you, Alec Page from Cortez Island. He's a member of Island Swimming. He is our first Olympic swimmer to qualify for 2012. He qualified at the Olympic trials in Montreal today in the 400 IM. So way to go, Alec.
We'll be watching for him. My thank you.
You're welcome.